Okay, so let's say I'm talking to Ronnie. Okay, Ronnie says, she wasn't there. Or like, let's say this person was found. Sunshine, passes of the upper chest, comes over you out of nowhere, someone finds him. Does that make sense? I just have so much that I put on here, so I'm just separating the two. Bloop. Because I have somebody that is like, kind of like in a situational position, like, I have someone, and it could be, and you just tell me who. It almost seems like, I guess my analogy would be like, let's say someone who's like really broken on the inside, but like holding it all together, but at the end it like crumbles. Doesn't matter how big of a silver lining you can pretend that there is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big of a smile you can put on your face. It's like, it starts to like, you know how things can pull apart and you see light shining through? It's almost like the happiness is keeping it together, and then pieces of it are like falling away, and it's like just a blank brick wall underneath. Does that make sense? And she could be getting filtered, so we got to give her a second. She said she had a lot of people over there. I feel like I have all the facts, but I haven't put it under the right name yet. Ooh, and then maybe somebody had a hard time, like, maybe someone had a hard time, like, eating, because they're talking about, I don't know why they're talking, like, literally I can smell a McDonald's cheeseburger, and I'm like, I don't know why we're talking about that, but, like, let's get some facts out before we're like, you know what I miss, McDonald's. Like, what the heck is going on here? Try to keep them in line a little bit. Just a little bit, though. As much as we can. Sometimes that's only a little bit at the end of the day. All right, let me know if that resonates with one of them. And then you can also reply to somebody else's comment, or a moderator. Do I have any moderators in here? You guys might need to comment so that way she can respond to us. By any chance? Tiffany Lynn, I see another Tiffany Lynn sending in. Do you read Pets of the Past? I sure do. I sure do. Would love to. Use periods instead of spaces, or add an emoji if you're being censored, right? There, you can respond to B right there, if it will allow you to. That's how you know energy is getting intense. Last time we did this morning, we got launched off, and oh, there we go. Boom. You responded. Okay, now respond. You can tell us if or what resonates. And then Ronnie says, okay, he says we have clothes in honor of his memories, and then we also have his ashes in honor of his memories. I think the kids are intuitive and also see him. Recap is like, I was trying to almost, okay. Recap, hold on. Okay, like a father figure, and then she confirmed it was the father of her children. And then she had given me 2 names, so I was like, yeah, are you being censored or are you not responding? Which one is it, woman? It's weird because she's censored. If she's censored, she's only censored responding about these 2. Let me know if that makes sense for one of them. Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be identifying who's what. She says I'm responding. Okay, respond to be again and put it in there. Weird. Yeah, it might be the words. Be really vague. Use emojis if you can. Oh, no problem. I'd love to give a recap, but that's what I'm even looking for. Thank you. Weird. Okay, so just tell me this. Is it resonating? I'm assuming that it is, since you're trying to... So basically it seems like, do you find you burn a lot of energy doing this? Yes. And I don't usually feel it till about Thursday. But yeah, a lot of mental energy. So mental energy is needed when I don't want my patience to wear thin. So by the end of the week, I can start to feel a little thin on patience sometimes. Blah, 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 blah. I do not know how long this recording is going to be, but I'm not going to stop it. I mean, it just goes to show how crazy the technical difficulties can be. What was the question? Okay, the question was, does it resonate? So we talked about somebody who was like, you know, holding a lot in ultimately. I felt like they were very sunshiny, but there wasn't, like, there was so much cloud, this much silver lining, or it's like the cloud trying to wear the silver lining, almost making it seem like nothing is wrong, even inevitably things start crumbling. And then he had said, no, she wasn't there in my head. So I'm like, maybe somebody found him. Maybe somebody happened upon him after it was all said and done. Suddenly, unexpectedly, takes partial responsibility, potentially at home. He had square shoulders. Well, hold on. This one's for T. Lynn. Just having one heck of a time responding. Yeah, yes or no answers might help. Right, like did someone find him? I'm assuming, yes, so someone did find him. Okay, interesting, okay. How did he end up passing? You can put a self thing, medical thing. C would be C would be cancer, CV would be COVID. Pew would be something, singular words, you know? It's wild how they're literally taking down the electronics for this one. I don't think she is. I think she's just resonating with the reading. Hey, thank you for sharing, Shauna. She said OD. I don't think she said an OD. Nope. Nope. No, it's literally not letting her. You can say OD. I don't know why it's not letting you through. Like, it's never happened. It's never happened this intensely. Is it OD? Yes or no? Okay, it's medical. Okay, so cool. She said it was something medical, which really doesn't help us. Yeah, and you can message. I wouldn't recommend messaging. I don't really know anyone, but I know they've been following for a minute. So I mean, that's up to you if you want to send someone else a message. But she said it was a medical thing. Okay, and okie dokie. And then somebody ended up finding him from his medical thing. Okay. And then, yeah, he said it was tragic, and then he still, like, would take partial responsibility, and that he had a hard time, like, eating toward the end, Or he was talking about that cheeseburger. All right, anything else? Okay, and then she says it's her dad. He's my dad. She goes, I don't know what happened. He's my dad. Okay. Do I have a dolphin tattoo? No. I'm not opposed to a dolphin tattoo. Where'd you see it? I got a hummingbird. I do not have any dolphins. I can dolphin though. Yeah, your spirit must be super strong. Okay, how do you end up passing, or who found him? Like, were you taking care of him and then you like go to the store? Because he's like, no, she didn't find me. So he had implied that somebody found him, which you confirmed. Did you step out? I feel like you were, oh, we didn't speak for many years, but went to the hospital and stayed with him right at the end. Oh my gosh. And so he had been, so what technically did he get sick from? You said it was a medical thing, but he also talks about being taken care of toward the end and not being able to eat. Oh, she said he couldn't speak, so he must have had this struggle for a minute before he ended up declining and passing. Been taken care of for a while. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he had a tube in his throat, and then that could be, oh, you know what, we have this symbol right here, which is my sign symbol for we didn't get a chance to say goodbye, which could be literally you didn't feel like you got a chance to say goodbye because he couldn't speak when you were visiting him at the hospital at the end. Okay, first of all, he loves the fact he's still saying thank you, like, no, she didn't find me, she didn't get me to the hospital, but thank you for everything you did toward the end. He feels completely like ecstatic, like the fact that he feels giddy. He goes, I've been gone for a while. I've visited her at least twice in dreams. He says, I wasn't walking around good at the end, and someone else was having to take care of me, and we didn't talk because of an issue of mine. He goes, and I was a little narcissistic, and there's no way I was owning up to any of that. But now that he's like on the other side, he's like, what? Like, I just had that closed of a mind. Like, I could have just been happy and chose otherwise for myself. So it sounds like he kind of took this one to the next level. A friend found him, and I got a call he was in the hospital, and I went there and stayed 2 months. No wonder he's freaking thanking you. You guys didn't even talk, and then for the last 2 months of his life, okay, for the last 2 months of his life, you were the one taking care of him right at the end. So that, well, not taking care of him, but being there and caring about him, for him, being the reason he didn't have to die alone, that's what you did. Whether or not, you know, karmically written in the stars, hearing your story from an outside point of view, whether he deserved that or not, he still got it from you, which is amazing. And I was like, was she able to keep her job? He's like, yeah, it didn't really interrupt her life too much. She got a lot of recognition for it, as she deserves. And then he talks about ashes. So I don't know if you have his ashes or something in honor of his memory. Bam. Also, I'll say that's the longest Spirit's ever censored somebody. You're reading